There are days when even breathing feels heavy, when you wake up and wonder, what's the point? When the things you used to love don't move you anymore. When every step feels like walking through mud, slow, heavy, endless. When the world feels too loud, too demanding, too cruel, and you start to think that maybe giving up would be easier. But listen, you're not weak for feeling this way. You're human. And every soul that ever did something great once stood where you stand, at the edge of giving up. Maybe you've tried and failed more times than you can count. Maybe you've carried so much pain that hope feels like a stranger. But the fact that you're still here listening to this means there's still fire in you. It may be small, it may flicker, but it's there. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to fall. But don't stay there, because your story isn't over yet. The truth is, that pain you feel right now, it's not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're still fighting. It means you still care. It means there's still something in you that refuses to quit. And that, my friend, is power. Every person you admire, every hero, every dreamer, every success story, they all had nights like yours. Nights filled with doubt. Days filled with tears. Moments when walking away seemed like the only option. But they didn't. And neither will you. So before you let go of your dreams, before you silence that voice inside that whispers, keep going, take one more breath. Not a breath of despair, a breath of hope. Because you're stronger than you think. And what you're going through right now is shaping you for the very thing you've been praying for. Every storm you've survived so far has prepared you for this one. And this storm too shall pass. So stay with me until the end of this video. Let's remind your heart what it's truly capable of. And if this message already speaks to you, tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because your spirit is limitless. And you're about to remember why. There comes a moment when everything you've been holding together starts to fall apart. When your best effort doesn't seem to be enough. When you've given all you have, your time, your heart, your energy, and still, nothing changes. You look around, and it feels like everyone else is moving forward while you're standing still. And in that silence, a voice whispers, maybe it's time to quit. That's the breaking point. The moment that separates those who stop from those who rise. But let me tell you something most people don't understand. The breaking point isn't the end. It's the doorway to transformation. It's the moment when everything you thought you were begins to dissolve, so that who you're meant to be can finally take shape. Sometimes, you have to fall apart to find the pieces that truly belong. Sometimes, the pain isn't there to punish you, it's there to prepare you. Think about it. Every breakthrough begins with breaking. The seed has to crack before it becomes a tree. The muscle has to tear before it grows stronger. The heart has to hurt before it learns to love deeper. And when it feels unbearable, when your chest feels heavy and your mind starts whispering, what's the point? Remember, that's not the voice of truth. That's the sound of fear trying to protect you from growth. Because deep down, your spirit knows that breaking doesn't mean ending. It means becoming something new. The truth is, the breaking point is sacred. It's the moment life gives you two choices: surrender to the pain or rise through it. And those who rise don't do it because they're fearless. They rise despite the fear. They rise with tears in their eyes, doubt in their hearts, but faith in their steps. You don't need to be perfect to keep going. You just need to choose not to stop. Every scar you carry tells a story, not of weakness, but of survival. Every failure you've faced is proof that you had the courage to try. And every time you thought you were done, but kept moving anyway, you built a strength no one can take away. Right now, you might be standing in the middle of the storm. Maybe nothing makes sense. Maybe everything you hoped for seems far away. But remember, storms don't last forever. They always run out of rain. And when the sky clears, you'll see how much you've grown. Take a deep breath. You are not failing, you are forging. You are not breaking, you are becoming. So keep moving, even if all you can do today is take one small step. Because the smallest step in the right direction is still movement toward your destiny. And if these words are helping you breathe a little deeper right now, if they remind you that you are not alone in your struggle, then pause for a second and tap the like button. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Because your journey deserves to be supported. Your voice deserves to be heard. And this community, this Limitless Spirit family, is here to walk with you. Remember this. Your breaking point is not where your story ends. It's where your comeback begins. The fire inside you is still burning. And soon, the world will see what happens when you refuse to give up. There's a strength inside you that you can't always see. It doesn't show up when life is easy. It doesn't appear when everything goes right. It awakens in the moments you think you can't go on, yet somehow, you do. That's your hidden strength. It's quiet. It doesn't scream for attention. It grows in the silence of your struggle. You see, strength isn't about never breaking. It's about what you do after you break. It's the decision to stand up one more time, even when your legs shake. It's choosing to believe that there's still something beautiful waiting on the other side of this pain. Every time you rise after falling, you're building it. Every time you face fear instead of running, you're feeding it. Every time you wipe your own tears and say, "I'll try again," you're proving how powerful you truly are. The world doesn't see the battles you fight in silence, but they shape you more than anything else. They teach you patience, humility, compassion. They remind you that power isn't about control, it's about endurance. It's the strength to keep loving when you've been hurt, to keep showing up when no one believes in you, to keep going even when it feels pointless. And I know, sometimes you wish you didn't have to be strong anymore. Sometimes you want to rest, to stop pretending everything's okay. That's all right. Even warriors need to breathe. Even the strongest hearts need to rest. Strength isn't about ignoring your pain. It's about embracing it, learning from it, and letting it transform you. Because every time life knocks you down, you get to rebuild with more wisdom, more clarity, more peace. You start realizing that everything you've lost was never meant to break you. It was meant to build you. So if right now you feel small, tired, or unseen, remember, diamonds are made in darkness. Pressure doesn't destroy them, it defines them. And that's exactly what's happening to you. Life is shaping you into something unbreakable, something extraordinary. If these words are lighting even the smallest spark in your heart, pause for a second. Take a breath. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. Because you deserve to be reminded of your own power. And every week, this channel exists to do exactly that, to remind you that your spirit has no limits. So the next time you feel weak, remember this truth. Your strength isn't gone, it's growing. Every challenge you face is a seed of greatness planted deep within you. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize the pain didn't break you. It built you into who you were always meant to become. We grow up believing that failure means we've done something wrong. That if we fall short, it's because we weren't good enough. But what if failure isn't a sign of defeat? What if it's a sign that you're trying? Think about it. Every person who's ever achieved something meaningful has failed over and over again. But they didn't let those failures define them. They let them refine them. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. It's the teacher that life sends before the victory. You can't learn courage by always winning. You can't learn patience by always getting what you want. And you can't learn wisdom without mistakes. The truth is, failure reveals more about who you are than success ever will. Because when you fail, you face yourself. You see your fears, your doubts, your limits. But you also discover your resilience, your creativity, your strength. So don't run from failure. Study it. Listen to it. Let it show you what still needs to grow inside you. Every time something doesn't work out, life isn't saying you're not enough. It's saying, not yet. Not yet, because there's more for you to learn. Not yet, because there's something better being built in the background. And I know that can be hard to believe when you're standing in the middle of disappointment. When your heart is heavy and your plans are shattered. But every great story has chapters like that. Moments that look like endings, but are really just transitions. What if the door that closed wasn't rejection? It was protection. What if that failure wasn't the end of your path, but a redirection towards something greater? You're not starting over from nothing. You're starting over from experience. And that makes you unstoppable. When you fall, it doesn't mean you've lost. It means you've been given another chance to rise. Wiser, humbler, stronger. And listen, if this message is reminding you to give yourself grace, if it's helping you see your setbacks in a new light, then take a moment right now. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because you deserve to keep hearing messages that lift you higher, not voices that pull you down. Remember, failure is not your enemy. It's your mentor. It's the sculptor that shapes your greatness. It's the whisper that says, you're still in the game. So don't let fear of failure stop you. Let it fuel you. Because every no you've ever received is guiding you toward the yes that will change your life. Keep going. Because one day, you'll look back at the moments that broke your heart, and you'll realize they were the very moments that built your soul. Every person who has ever risen from the ashes once thought they couldn't. They stood exactly where you stand, tired, uncertain, and afraid. But somewhere inside, something whispered, "Not yet. This isn't where it ends." And that whisper became a spark. That spark became a flame. And that flame became a comeback story the world would never forget. You have that same fire inside you. It might be small right now, maybe just a quiet ember, but it's there, waiting for you to breathe life into it again. Because your story isn't finished. The pain you've been carrying isn't wasted. It's the very thing that's preparing you for your return, stronger, wiser, and more grounded than ever before. There's a version of you that exists on the other side of this struggle. A version that looks back and says, that's why it had to happen. That's why I couldn't quit. Your comeback won't be loud at first. It'll start in small moments, when you choose peace over chaos, effort over excuses, faith over fear. It'll grow each time you show up, even when no one's watching. And one day, you'll realize you're not surviving anymore. You're thriving. Maybe right now you can't see how it will all come together, but it will. Life has a way of turning pain into purpose, loss into lessons, endings into beginnings. You just have to keep walking long enough to see it. And I know starting again is scary. It takes courage to rebuild when everything has fallen apart. But remember, the same force that got you through your darkest nights will guide you through this too. You've already survived 100% of your worst days. That's proof enough that you can rise again. Take this moment right now and tell yourself, I'm not done. I'm rebuilding. Say it until you believe it. Because your comeback story begins the moment you stop waiting for permission to heal and start choosing to rise. And if this message is reigniting something inside you, if it reminds you that your story still matters, then take a second and show love back. Tap the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Because every time you do, you're not just supporting this channel. You're choosing to feed the voice inside that says, I'm coming back stronger. Remember, your comeback isn't about proving anyone wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about becoming the person you always knew you could be. So don't look back with regret. Look forward with faith. Your past was the training ground, but your future is the victory. And one day you'll tell this story, your story, and someone else will find hope because you didn't give up. There comes a moment in every life when everything slows down. The noise fades, the chaos settles, and you find yourself standing face to face with the quiet voice inside you, the one that's been waiting for you to listen. That voice doesn't shout. It doesn't beg. It simply says, it's time. Time to stop running from who you are. Time to stop doubting your worth. Time to decide that you will no longer let pain define your future. Because healing doesn't start when everything gets better. It starts when you choose to get better, even while everything is still broken. That moment, the moment you decide to rise, changes everything. It's not dramatic. It doesn't happen in a crowd. It happens in the quiet, when no one's watching. It's that instant when your heart whispers, I'm not giving up. And from that moment on, life begins to move with you. Maybe you've spent years waiting for a sign. But the truth is, you are the sign. The fact that you're still here, listening, breathing, hoping, means that something inside you refuses to die. You are not a failure. You are not behind. You are not broken beyond repair. You are becoming. The pain that tried to bury you was actually planting you. And now, it's your time to rise. You don't need anyone else's approval to start again. You don't need perfect timing or perfect circumstances. You just need this moment, the one right in front of you. Because this moment is enough. Every step you take from here, no matter how small, is a declaration that you are choosing life again. Choosing growth. Choosing yourself. So take this as your reminder. Your story still matters. Your dreams are still possible. And your heart, no matter how tired, still beats with purpose. Yes, the road ahead will have challenges. You'll face days that test your patience, your faith, your strength. But you'll also find beauty you've never seen before, peace you've never felt before, and love you didn't think was possible. That's the gift of not giving up. Because when you rise after everything tried to break you, you don't just change your life, you change everyone who witnesses your rise. You become proof that hope is real, that light always returns, that it's never too late to begin again. So breathe in this truth. You are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Learning, growing, becoming. Let today be the day you stop saying, someday. Let today be the day you take your first step, not toward perfection, but toward progress. Because your comeback isn't waiting for permission. It's waiting for you. And if this message touched your heart, if it reminded you that you still have more chapters to write, then take a moment right now. Tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Not just to support this channel, but to make a promise to yourself that you'll never stop believing in your own light. Because no matter what you've lost, no matter how dark it gets, you are the light. You are the story still unfolding. You are the reason someone else will believe that healing is possible. So keep going, keep believing, and never forget, your spirit is limitless.